welcome you to another segment of Coach's Corner. Here with me today is Coach BJ here of Shawnee Mission North High School. BJ, it's a pleasure to have you with us here. Tell us a little bit about the history of Shawnee Mission North.
Well, first, Crystal, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. The school was founded in 1922. It's the oldest Shawnee Mission. In fact, when I came here 4 years ago, kids were all wearing letter jackets that had the S on them, and I was real confused about what's going on. And they stuck with the traditional S because of the Shawnee Mission Rural School, and so it was the original, and now there's 5 Shawnee Missions.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about your career as far as coaching goes.
Coaching is one of the things that must be in my blood. You know, older brother coaches, got an uncle that coaches. My dad coached us all growing up. When I was playing basketball at Bishop Hogan in the late 80s, I graduated in 87 from Hogan. My junior year, I coached at a grade school, local grade school, helped out my other brother, coaching 5th and 6th grade boys. And then I went to Missouri State and Southwest Missouri State back at the time. Coached with my older brother Sean at Greenwood High School. Coached junior high basketball there when I was a freshman. Coached at Studi Junior High several seasons. And then when I graduated, went to Harrisonville, was the 8th grade basketball coach for 2 years, 8th grade boys basketball coach. Left Harrisonville, went to Winnetonka, and was freshman coach for 3 years, and varsity coach for 5. And then was able to jump to college for a couple of years and worked at William Jewell with Larry Holly and learned a bunch there for the 2 years at William Jewell. Then went to Lee Summit, was a JV coach at Lee Summit for 3 years under Keith Miller. And I've been fortunate to be here, going on my 5th year as head basketball coach at Shawnee Mission North.
Okay, and we did an interview with your brother Sean here over at Shawnee Mission East. When you guys play games together, how is that? You guys share the same passion for coaching? Is that a fun game when you do that?
It's a fun game for us, but you know, every game's kind of fun. We only get 20 of them, so it's fun to coach. It's hard on my parents, you know, because they can't win. You know, one of us is going to win, one of us is going to lose.
Right, they can't take sides.
Yeah, exactly. They're, you know, it's pretty easy for my wife and my kids. They want North to win, and easy for Sean's family. But for my mom and dad, I think it's hardest for them. And honestly, once the game gets going, other than having a few more people in the stands, a lot of relatives come to watch and friends. Other than that, it's just another basketball game.
All right, Coach here. As far as your last season, how do you think that went? Did you come out strong on that?
We were very competitive. I think we took a step competitively. Our record wasn't really what we wanted to be. We were 5-17, but we were very competitive in every game. We struggled closing out games. We had a hard time being able to finish games, but we took a good step, I think, in being competitive. I'm really excited about next year. Next year we've got a good balance. We lost a lot of our scores from last year. We lost our first 3 leading scores actually from last year, and it'll be a challenge to replace those. But I think we'll have better balance. We have some kids that are developing in the post, and our guards had a great summer. So I'm excited about next year. I think that we'll be you know, a team to reckon for in the Sunflower League. Okay,
and who would you say your biggest rivals are, if any?
All the Shawnee Missions are huge. Those are any Shawnee Mission game. Shawnee Mission versus Shawnee Mission is a really big game. But if I had to pick one, I'd say Shawnee Mission Northwest.
All right, Coach here. What players are you looking to do well for you in the upcoming season?
Counting on several, Crystal. Lloyd Young would be one that we're definitely counting on. He's going to be a senior who's hurt late in his sophomore year, and really took a full year to recover. He had to put screws in his foot. He had an awesome summer. Sean Wilkes, our returning point guard, who's had a real good summer. Dan Gray's another senior guard that we're counting on. And then some young post kids, some kids in the post that a sophomore named Scott Johnson who's worked extremely hard to give us a presence in the post. And then there's going to be several other guys, you know, Jeff Martin and Michael Visker. Lots of guys are going to have to play a role because we don't have one guy that's going to carry us or 2 guys. It's going to have to be a whole team that's going to have to carry us.
Okay. And as you may know, Cascade Sports we emphasize on the student athlete. What are some of the requirements for students to play any sport in school?
I think that's great that Cascade Sports does that. We always talk about student becomes before athlete, and there's a reason for that. Academically, the requirements are the same as the state of Kansas. Each player has to pass 5 classes. But we try to do a nice job of monitoring and keeping in contact with all the teachers because we know that education is going to last athletics is going to end. And at some point, they're going to have to rely on their education. So we definitely are firm believers in that.
All right. Coach, what's your best advice to the middle school kids that are looking to play in high school athletics?
I think number one, academics has got to be number one. If you don't take care of that, it doesn't matter how good you are, you don't have a chance to play. Number two is get off the couch. You know, these kids these days, they have a lot more options than I did. I'm 42. We didn't have an Xbox and the Wii and all these other things and 49 channels, you know, and a remote control. I was the youngest brother. I was a remote control. You know, so my biggest thing is get outside, get a ball in your hands, and go play. Have some fun. Get outside and enjoy that. And I think if they do that and have fun with it and take care of their academics, and everything else will take care of itself.
All right, this concludes this segment of Coach's Corner with BJ here. Remember, the victory we call success goes to the best prepared. Thank you.
Thanks, man.